Shalom, it's Athaya Dewan. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High. Call halal Yahawah, call halal Yahawah, call halal, call halal. Barakatah Yahawah, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahawahbahashi, Wa Rakah Kadash, Wa Lashwan Kadash. Call halal Yahawah, call halal, call halal. Shalom to Yahawada Yawatz. Honest to all the ox and aquas, pushing the truth and sincerity of heart and spirit, and double honors to the elders and the ancestors who've been doing this since the beginning. The title of this video was Esau Hates Self-Sustainability. This wicked beast system is 100% reliant on us, our energy, and our cooperation. And through this, the masses have been taken unaware, and we've been tricked into our five senses, which are carnal. And now the masses love Master Esau and will defend him with all their might. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High YAHAWAHBAHASHAMYAHAWASHI for waking us up, opening our minds, our eyes, our ears, our hearts, our spirits, and giving us the ability to see and exercise discernment in these perilous end times. I want to pull up a precept, Matthew 19:26. And it says, But Yahawashi beheld and said unto them, With men this is impossible, but with Yahawah all things are possible. So if we're relying on Esau, man, we ain't gonna get nowhere. But if we're relying on the Almighty, any and everything is possible on this straight and narrow path. Now I feel one of the best ways we can break free from the clutches of Esau is becoming more self-sustainable. This is being self-reliant. This is growing our own food, drinking our own water, building our own homes, trading, bartering, using natural methods of power, and so on. We don't need to be going to the damn grocery store all the time. We don't need to be relying on Esau for everything, man. Esau getting everything from the same place we could get it from, which is the earth. Let me pull a precept. Proverbs 5:15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thine own well. Man, this city water, y'all, is garbage. Straight garbage, man. Ain't nothing but fluoride in it. Fluoride, chlorine, toxins, chemicals. It's a lot. All manner of things put in place to, dull us up, kill us, and it's a slow kill. You gotta forgive me on fire, man. I made this video 3 times, and they've been playing games, and time of my break is closing up here. And so the first point I brought up was growing our own food, man. And so food is vital. It's what gives us the fuel to go about our day. And just like a car, what gasoline we put in our bodies matters. And so having a relationship with our food is critical, especially in these end times with food shortages and famine on the horizon. So I'm going to pull up Genesis 1:11. And Yahawah said, Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed in itself after his kind. And Yahawah saw that good. So the earth Yahawah commanded the earth to bring forth this food and this vegetation, and because it's obedient, it did it as it's told. The only thing out here that be transgressing the laws and commandments is man. We'll come down to verse 29. And Yahawah said, Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed which upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. So this is our food, man. Let me pull up Genesis 3:17 on the topic of transgressing the law. And we got our father Adam did that. And unto Adam he said, Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it, curse the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat it all the days of thy life. And sorrow means pain, labor, hardship. Thorns and thistles also shalt it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou, and unto dust shalt thou return. So anybody who done, work the garden or anything like this, it's going to be weeds coming up in the garden. You're going to have to take care of weeds and thorns and all manner of things you got to stay on top of so it don't choke out the food, so it don't choke out the seed. And in the sweat of thy face. So it's work, man. It ain't easy. We got to get out here and work. We got to sweat. We got to put this time in, move our bodies. You know, while it's a curse, it's our blessing, because this is what keeps us strong. This is what keeps us focused. This is what keeps us from being idle. This is what keeps us present. This is what keeps us in the prayer. This is the law right here commanded by the Most High, you know. Since the transgression of the fruit, this is the first law he give us, that we need to till and work the earth and work the ground and work the soil. And while we work in that physical earth, we need to be working that mental and that spiritual. We need to be planting these seeds of righteousness, which is following the statutes and commandments. We need to be watering those seeds. We need to be weeding out the weeds, which is impure thoughts. So these things don't turn into fruits, which then turn into impure actions, which turn into us transgressing the laws, statutes, and the commandments. I'm going to show y'all a quick video of the garden of us taking care of some potatoes. So these potatoes we planted ourselves. Well, we said we tilled the ground, we got the earth ready, we made the rows. We planted these back in May, and so now we reaping the rewards of our fruit. Some golden potatoes. Shalom. Yahawah. Pull up Deuteronomy 11:13. And it shall come to pass, if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love the Most High Yahweh, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, that I will give the rain of your land in his due season, the first rain and the latter rain, that thou mayest gather in thy corn and thy wine and thine oil. So the Most High says, if we serve him with all our heart and all our soul and are diligent, he going to bring the rain for the land that's going to bring forth the abundance of our crops, which is our food. And more so, and more important, he going to bring forth his spiritual rain to nourish and wash away the impurities of our soul, so we can bring forth fruits of righteousness. We go to Isaiah 30:23. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. And that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. So the Most High saying again, we abiding by the law, statutes, and commandments. Here come the rain, and look, the earth is going to be fat and plenteous. And anybody who done grown something like tomatoes, or go look at a tree and go look at all the leaves on a tree, you can't count them, man. It's abundant. So when it come to growing this food, man, you're going to be abundant, and we're going to be abundant. You know, Yahawah says, "Thou art rich," and so, you know, we want to continue to be steadfast in these laws, statutes, and commandments, and move forward in a good way and not stray. And therefore, we're going to have crop, we're going to have food, and we're going to have spiritual nourishment as well. Let me get Hebrews 6:7. For the earth, which drinketh in the rain that cometh oft upon it, and bringeth forth herbs meet for them by whom it is dressed, receiving blessing from Yahawah. So the earth take in the water, it bring up the food, for by whom it is dressed. And that means by whom been working the ground, who been tilling the soil. And we receiving the blessing from Yahawah. We receiving the fruits of our labor. And we tend into that spiritual garden. We receiving the fruits of righteousness. And as those spiritual fruits blossom in us, we able to share with our brother and our sister and our family. We're able to help feed them a little bit. Give them some milk, give them some corn, like this. Let me get Psalm 85:9. Surely his salvation is nigh them that fear him, that glory may dwell in our land. Mercy and truth are met together, righteousness and peace have kissed. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Yea, the Most High shall give good, and our land shall yield her increase. Righteousness shall go before him, and shall set in the way of his steps. So we abiding by, we fearing him, but keeping his commandments, so that glory can dwell within our land. And that glory is that rain, that spiritual rain and that physical rain that's going to cultivate and nourish and bring forth the fruit of the earth and the fruit of the spirit and the fruit of the soul. In Mark 4:26. These words Yahawashi. So is the kingdom of Yahweh, as if a man should cast seed into the ground, and should sleep and rise night and day, and the seed should spring and grow up. He knoweth not how. For the earth bringeth forth fruit of herself, first the blade, then the ear, after that the full corn in the ear. But when the fruit is brought forth immediately, he putteth in the sickle, because the harvest is come. And so Yahawashi is likening the kingdom of God as a man planting a seed. And should sleep and rise night and day, and that's toil and labor, man. That's day in, day out. We gotta be steadfast with maintaining and keeping alive our seed, man. And this is physical and this is spiritual. We gotta pray. We gotta read. We gotta share. We gotta weed inside and out, man. So our seed don't get choked out by the impure thoughts. So the fruit don't get choked out in the garden by the weeds, you know. And this takes diligence. This takes hard work. This takes the sweat of the brow. We gotta keep moving forward and be steadfast. I got one more precept. Be Psalm 104:13. He watereth the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. So I encourage all the brothers and sisters to plant some food, man. Plant some seeds. Try out growing some tomato or a zucchini, something simple, you know. It's not a hard thing to do. The foundation, the framework's already here for us. All we got to do is put the seed in, water it, and take care of it. And same with watering the seeds of righteousness, keeping the commandments, keeping the laws, keeping the statutes. Now, if anybody got a lawn, especially people back east, man, I'm from Georgia, you can grow anything, man. Don't grow grass. Grow food. Grow food. Become self-sustainable. Get off of this beast system in any way you can, man. If you can dig a well, dig a well. If you can grow some food, grow some food. If you can build your own crib from natural materials, do that. If you can make your own clothes, do that. Get off this beast system. This beast system ain't here for you. It ain't here to help you. It only here to rob you of your energy. And again, it takes our cooperation to make this thing run, make this thing go. And so who we put our faith in? We put our faith in Yahawahbahashi. And we need to do all things, all works, all honor, glory, and praise to him, and only him. And so with that, I'd like to say Shalom to Yahawada Yawatz, and all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh. Call halal Yahweh, call halal Yahweh, call halal Yahweh. Brakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hamashiach Yahawashi, Wa Rakal Kadash, Wa Lashawan Kadash. Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh. Call halal Yahweh, call halal Yahweh, call halal Yahweh. Amana.